Oh, it's really laggy, isn't it? It's on the screen. I can't tell if that's on the. It's an actual game, isn't it? Is it? I actually can't tell. This isn't good, guys. No, it's definitely way laggier than it should be. Hang on. What's going on? I mean, it's saying it's not lagging at all. Oh, Expert's really not having a good day today, is it? Let's try file. Add source. Game capture. StarCraft 2. Is it still not having a good time? Oh, it really isn't. Is that better now? It actually looks better. Yeah, there we go. Way better. And this new version of XSplit really doesn't like me. It really is just being very unfriendly. Spawning pool comes down to start off the game from Serral. Do we even introduce our players? Maybe not. Let's introduce them again because that was a bit of a boring first few minutes. So let's introduce our players. Up to the upper right hand corner of the map, the teal Zerg player from Redbloods. It is Spazymazy. And down to the bottom left, his opponent here from Finland, it is going to be the red Zerg player representing mYinsanity, Serral. I think this guy has some pretty good ZVZ, of course. So let's see how he does here in this game against Spazy. We saw him play some very good ZVZ at the WCS season finals, only just losing out to TLO in the end, to not make it through his group, which was honestly really unfortunate because, I mean, he literally just died to a Roach Bane. After holding it one game, he died to it the next game, and that was it. He was out of WCS, and he felt as though he really should have made the top 8. I mean, he's such a strong player, and he was playing so well, and, well, I'm sure he'll have many more chances to come. But for now, here we are in this Team League match, and he is looking to even things up for his team. I mean, another guy who's been a big key player for mYinsanity in the Team League, back since Season 1 of the SD2 ITL. Back in Season 1, we saw him come out and all kill in the Grand Finals against Cascade. This was kind of back before, I guess. mYinsanity was still very strong back then. They were definitely the strongest team. I'm pretty sure they still had some Koreans as well. Back in Season 1. So he came out then, he all killed then. That was before Cascade had as strong a team as they have now, before they had Cass, etc. But still, I mean, it was a very impressive feedback because Cascade won Fire. They were definitely the team to compete with and to take down, basically. As for now, just a couple of lings being killed off. Serral actually picked up a couple of worker kills, which is really nice at this stage of the game. Really not expected. As we see a couple of lings moving down this ramp, and maybe another Zergling dead here for Serral, perhaps. Does pull it away just at the last moment. He'll probably get caught as it runs around a corner or so, though. And for now, just popping his creep down at the front. Zergling speed on the way for him. Spazy has once again been going for gasless opening here. His gas has only just taken in the last couple of moments here. This Zergling, man, he wants to live, and I think he's actually going to. These two Zerglings will not catch it. As we moving forward a little bit, we'll try and take down this Overlord. And Spazy has to be a little careful. He will pick up that Zergling kill in the end then. This Queen still chasing this Overlord. I don't think he's going to get it in time unless he really goes into the middle of the map. And it looks as though that is going to be what he's going to try and achieve here. And yeah, he will be able to, at the same time we actually see Serral actually starting to just get away with his Overlord, but couldn't finally just catch it there. So both players trading an Overlord early in this game. There's the Overlord going down now. So both players trading an Overlord. Early speed again here for Serral, and well, not really early, but faster than his opponents. And because of this, he's actually going to be able to capture his Queen, so he's actually going to take a little bit of an advantage here early on, and he manages to grab that. And these things will poke him towards the main base a little bit, and they will go down, but they're going to be able to scout, and that's the most important thing right now, to try and see what is coming towards them. They'll probably, well, you can get a drone for a while. So they get a drone kill, they see what's coming, they see the roach one at the front, and you know, that's pretty much all he needs to see right now. Pops down that third base. He knows Zergling speed isn't done for his opponent still at this point in time, so he knows that's going to be pretty safe to get going for himself. A lair on the way for him, and extra gas is starting to look as though actually it's just going to be Roach. Okay, I was starting to think it might be Mutalisks coming in from Serral, but it's the Roach run down. He starts up his +1 on the Evo Chamber. Didn't see the Evo Chamber in production, which is, of course, is generally a tell that we're going to see Roach play ZVZ. So, a couple more Lings continue to come across the map and chasing. The feelings are Serral back a little bit. Serral does have a Baneling nest made, and he's got a couple of Banelings up and ready to use should some kind of big time come his way. And first Baneling takes down 5 of those Zerglings. There's a few Roaches start to come in here. Serral going to turn around and come back into behind him. As there's a lot of Lings. Did we have a Baneling nest down? Yes, we do actually from Spazymazy. So he's looking to try and go into a Rudge Bane all in. Once again here, Serral with a couple of Spinecrawlers on the way. He's getting ready to prepare against this, and well, he's got his first few Roaches on the way out as well. He's got a lot of Lings, and the Lings from the front here from Spazymazy again taken down very quickly, and never morphing them into Banelings. He definitely didn't get as much out of those as he would have been hoping to, I feel, as now a few years move over towards this third base. And wow, I really just never saw this Baneling nest coming up, so apologies for that. And with that, of course, I mean, he will head into a position where he's basically all in, but he didn't really do very much here. He's not even going to kill the third base, as Serral will be able to clean this up in a few moments as he gets a few more Roaches. I mean, there is some units streaming across the map here. I guess Spazymazy gets a few Banelings out. I guess he will kill the third base then in the end. And a couple of Lings get cleaned up. The first couple of Banelings go in on a Roach, just a single Roach, and that's not really the best way to defend the Banelings right now, as Roaches and Lings continue to forwards here. Serral's still just trying to hold on. A couple more Lings coming forwards as well. Spankle at the front goes down. The third base still alive. If Serral was able to keep that alive, that would be absolutely huge. There's 8 more Roaches are on the way, and Spazymazy is feeling as though it's time to just drone up at home instead of continuing to mass produce units. He's actually got a lot of money, which he's not spending just yet. His lair's just finished, and another Roach going down here. What is he going to do with that lair? If the third base will finally get killed off, he'll get this win. And he is going to put down Spire. I was sort of thinking this, but didn't want to say it, because it's kind of crazy. To once you have made Roaches, build a Spire in ZVZ, but of course this isn't a very normal situation to be building Roaches in, because you're building Roaches on a Roach Bane. It's not like you invested into attack upgrades and speed. So he's going to switch into the Mutalisks here, and it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Now, one of the major issues of this sort of transition will be the fact that Serral's already been building Roaches, and he has been for some time, so whereas normal Mutalisks would start the Spire just as for the first as you know, well before Roach production begins, now we're actually seeing the Spire start, and there's already a fair few Roaches out on the map, and there's definitely the opportunity for Serral when speed finishes to move across and try and be aggressive himself, if he realises what's going on here, which is definitely something which he might not. I mean, we're talking about a Spire right now. Is again, it's still a fairly odd time to build a Spire, so it's something that Serral, unless he scouts for it, is not going to see, and he's just out of range of it right now. So I'm pretty sure if he knew about it, he would move across the map ASAP to try and get some damage done. But right now he just does not see it. He sees the third base. He's got no third base of his own until just now starting up again. And a few of these Roaches starting to move across the map, but the meters are already on the way, and Serral actually going to hesitate as well. But he does see the Spire. So the Overseer coming in here, he makes the scout, and it's the scout that he needs. He needed that information. Now he has it, he is able to respond. So what will the response be? I mean, we already see absolutely nothing different taking place in the production. I guess a couple of Queens in production, which is very possibly a reaction to scouting the incoming Mutalisks. So we actually see him trying to push up this natural ramp here with his Roaches, not quite able to. Now, yeah, a few Roaches left over towards the third base to start working away on that. We'll see if they get taken down. If Violet's okay, there's actually quite a few units moving over here to defend this, and Spazymazy just needs to move them into position in time. He should be able to get them and save his first. The third base will be very low on hit points by the time afterwards, and now that's very low on hit points. It's very easy to hit a run by with that, catches the front off guard, and then get some major damage with it. As Mutas here picking off what was probably a small forward building in the forward position there, and they'll try and get a little bit of free damage done here initially, and Transfuse comes in to help out for a little while. Another Queen goes down though, and the anti-air here really lacking, as there's a sport caller in that mineral line, and not picking the first Mutalisk now of the game. But still, good control of the area here by Spazymazy. Serral is in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's down almost, he's down over 30 supply, and these Mutas just trading for whatever they can. Probably doesn't want to fight in range of the Queens there. Turns around and doing little fights like this, just picking off the queen on its own. It's nice, and pick off another one as well. Wow, he's really doing a great job. He's doing so much damage to the anti-air count of his opponent. And there's another Spore Crawler's trying to come in, but doesn't in the end. A couple do finish up in the back, and they're going to reposition themselves to help out against these queens. Spore Crawler's in position here, but some Lings going to start coming in towards this natural expansion. Some roaches as well, and he's going to be able to do anything against these units in the mineral lines. I think he should outnumber them. He will be behind on the roach upgrades coming towards here. Okay, there's actually a few more roaches for Serral than I thought. It's kind of very hard to see everything that's going on, but now you sort of see the numbers advantage. Of course, a few more just came and joined from the main base. Keep moving towards here. They're not going to connect with anything too important though. This +1 missile attacks is about to finish up for Spazymazy. +2 is already done for Serral, so again he holds a big advantage on the ground of the roaches. And Spazy has just thrown away a lot of the advantage which he just had moments ago. Still, I mean, he's continuing to build these mutants. He's actually very tight on gas as he makes another mutant. He's trying to go into roaches as well, as it seems, because he did start +1 missile attack. 3 roaches for Serral. They're just going to go around the left hand side. He knows this third base was very low before. If you can get lucky and maybe strike at timing as the reinforcements have just set out or something from Spazymazy, then you might be able to snipe this down. So we'll keep an eye on that and see. As a few roaches from Spazy are a little bit out of position here. There we go, these roaches come in. What they're going to target is just going to be that hatchery, and we're going to start seeing this fall down. There's a single transfuse to use on it, and Serral, is he going to be able to get it? It's so close. I think he'll just get it, and there it goes. So third hatchery goes down here, and that's a very big win, because I mean, Serral is not on a third hatch of his own yet now at the 17-minute mark, so taking that down was something he really needed to get done. But look at the composition he's building up for himself. Infestor's already out and more on the way, and with Infestor's out, I mean, he has an answer to the Mutalisks, and in general in Roach battles his army's going to be that much stronger as well. And he's having to fly away now, doesn't want to risk getting fungal growth here. He's actually going to fly in though, he's actually going to try and commit forwards, and he does grab one Infested, but he gets a big fungal off on him. Serral misses the second fungal growth though. Picks off a couple of Mutalisks with the Queens, however, and that will in the end have been a good trade though. Could have done better. He's just continuing to hit forwards here onto this hatchery, seeing if they can get anything done. Not quite able to though. Looking forward to picking off a couple of drones again. You know, with these meters, if you can get more damage done, then that's great for him. His third base is only just coming back up here once again. Laying Roach Bane. Also over to his right hand side, a lot of Banelands being morphed in here. So Spazymazy maybe thinking that it's time to maybe go for a killing move, come in towards his opponent, see what he can get done. But I'm not sure about the introduction of the Banelands. I mean, he doesn't have Baneland speed, and without that, I mean, it's already fairly easy for Infestors to lock down Banelands in position. Without Baneland speed, it's going to be even easier. The first fungal growth though actually comes in on the roaches, and it is huge. Now the Banelands start to move forwards. That's something which Serral will see, and he can respond to it as well. And he grabs all of the Banelands in the fungal growth there. Second set of fungals will come down and continue to spread onto the roaches, and Spazymazy just gets absolutely annihilated in this fight. Doesn't get anything done at all. He kills 2 drones, but that is way less than what he needed to get done for losing so much army. Serral holds again, and I mean, he just seems to, I mean, there's a point where he's 35 supply down, and he's just been defending perfectly against these attacks from Spazymazy, and the lack of the attacks actually working out for him has started to take its toll on Spazy, who is still equal in supply, still has a larger bank, but is stuck on kind of Muta Roach, and I mean, now he's actually continuing to upgrade mutas while going into Hydras. I mean, it feels like he needs to decide what to actually do. Does he want to keep making mutas, or does he actually want to switch into and play Roach Hydra? These roaches just moving back, and I don't know. What do they do? What does he? What do these guys do now? What does Spazy do? Most importantly, I mean, what does he actually make? He's making a Hydra den, but he's continuing to make roaches still, which kind of goes with Hydras, yeah, but now he's not going to have any money to actually make Hydras once the Hydra den finishes, and it again just seems as though it's kind of a panicked flurry of anything and everything from Spazymazy, whereas Serral is building up to a pretty composition which he should be pretty confident with. Infestors, Roaches and Hydras, I mean, it's a very good composition. Well, we'll see how the fight goes. Any fight which takes place will take place with a upgrade advantage for Serral, but not by much. For soon here, +1 carapace will finish for Spazymazy. Kind of comes down to whether or not either of these guys start +2, I guess, most importantly Serral. If he starts +2 soon, he'll still have another time where he has an upgrade advantage. Another Ling run by, trying to hit this base down here, and we actually haven't really seen many Ling run bys from Spazymazy this game. We saw a couple from him last game. This time he gets completely shut down, not able to achieve anything, and he's going to end up running into a Hydra, trying to cross the map, and Serral going to try and try. He will just save it there. 6 hits points from death. His base to the top left is going to have a few roaches just left on it, and they're going to start chasing down the few drones to be transferring long distance mining / pulling back now. So those three roaches actually start doing some work now onto that hatchery and slowly start picking away at it. There's actually some workers going down. Whereabouts? Is it just? Must have just been a couple over here. Big army coming in though from Serral, and the funnel gross landing on a lot of the units of Spazymazy. Wow, that's actually just going to be GG right there. I didn't think it'd come out quite so quickly.